There is a quiet conversation happening every single day between you and your dog. It does not involve words, and it rarely involves grand gestures. It lives in the small moments, the routines, the choices you make without even thinking about them. Your dog is watching all of it. They are reading your body language, your tone, your energy, and your consistency. And what they are looking for, more than anything else, is love expressed in ways they can actually understand. The problem is that most people assume love for a dog looks the same as love for a human. We buy them expensive toys, we let them sleep on the bed, we post photos of them online. But none of that reaches the deeper place where a dog truly feels safe, seen, and cherished. Real love, the kind that transforms a dog's life and builds an unbreakable bond, looks very different. It is built on 6 specific acts that your dog needs from you. Not just occasionally, not just when it is convenient, but for the entirety of their life. These are not complicated things. They do not require a large budget or hours of free time every day. What they require is intention, awareness, and a genuine commitment to understanding your dog as the living, feeling, deeply social creature they truly are. When you begin to offer these 6 acts consistently, something remarkable happens. Your dog becomes calmer, more trusting, more joyful. The anxiety that so many dogs carry quietly begins to lift. The behavioral issues that seem mysterious start to make sense. And the relationship between you and your dog deepens into something that is genuinely one of the most meaningful connections a person can experience. So let us walk through each of these acts, one by one, and explore not just what they are, but why they matter so profoundly to your dog's well-being. The first act of love your dog needs is your genuine presence. Not your physical body sitting in the same room while you scroll through your phone, but your actual engaged attention. Dogs are extraordinarily sensitive to whether or not you are truly with them. They can feel the difference between a distracted pat on the head and a moment where you are fully focused on them, making eye contact, speaking softly, and being completely there. Research in animal behavior has shown that dogs experience a release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, when they make eye contact with their owners. This is the same hormone that bonds mothers to their newborns. Your dog is literally wired to connect with you through moments of shared attention. Even 10 to 15 minutes of truly undivided presence each day can make a significant difference in your dog's emotional state. Put the phone down. Sit on the floor with them. Let them sniff your hands, lean against you, or simply rest near you while you breathe slowly and stay present. These moments are not wasted time. They are the foundation of trust. The second act of love is consistency, specifically through routine. Dogs do not experience time the way humans do. They cannot look at a clock or read a calendar. What they rely on instead is the predictable rhythm of daily life to feel safe and oriented. When feeding times, walks, play sessions, and rest periods happen at roughly the same times each day, your dog's nervous system settles. They know what to expect. That predictability is not boring to a dog. It is deeply comforting. Anxiety in dogs is often rooted in unpredictability. A dog who never knows when they will be fed, when their owner will come home, or when they will get outside begins to live in a low-level state of stress. Over time, that stress manifests as destructive behavior, excessive barking, or withdrawal. Building a consistent daily routine is one of the most powerful and underrated acts of love you can offer your dog. It does not have to be rigid to the minute, but it should be reliable enough that your dog can anticipate the flow of their day. That sense of predictability is, for a dog, a form of security that no toy or treat can replace. The third act of love is exercise, and not just a quick trip around the block. Dogs need movement that engages both their body and their mind. Physical exercise is not a luxury for dogs. It is a biological necessity. Without adequate movement, dogs accumulate energy that has nowhere to go, and that energy almost always finds an outlet in ways that frustrate their owners. But beyond the behavioral benefits, regular exercise has profound effects on a dog's mental and emotional health. It reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases serotonin and dopamine, the chemicals associated with happiness and calm. A dog who gets meaningful daily exercise is a dog who sleeps better, eats better, and interacts more peacefully with the world around them. The type of exercise matters too. Walks that allow your dog to sniff freely are far more mentally stimulating than a fast-paced jog where they are constantly being pulled along. Sniffing is how dogs process the world. It is their version of reading the news. Allowing your dog to explore with their nose during walks is an act of love that honors who they are as a species. The fourth act of love is how you communicate with your dog, particularly through training. Training is not about control. It is about creating a shared language between you and your dog, a way of understanding each other that reduces confusion and builds confidence. Dogs who are trained with patience, positive reinforcement, and clear boundaries are dogs who feel secure. They know what is expected of them. They know how to earn your approval. And they know that making a mistake will not result in fear or pain. Force-free training methods, those that rely on rewards rather than punishment, have been shown repeatedly in scientific literature to produce dogs who are not only better behaved, but also happier and more emotionally resilient. When you take the time to teach your dog even simple things like sit, stay, and come, you are doing something far more meaningful than teaching commands. You are showing your dog that you will guide them, that you will be patient with them, and that learning together is a safe and joyful experience. That is love in one of its most practical and lasting forms. The fifth act of love is proactive healthcare. Loving your dog means taking responsibility for their physical well-being before problems become crises. This includes regular veterinary checkups, keeping up with vaccinations and parasite prevention, maintaining a healthy diet appropriate for their age and breed, and paying close attention to changes in their behavior or physical condition. Dogs cannot tell you when something hurts. They cannot describe a symptom or point to where the pain is. What they do instead is change. They become quieter, or more irritable, or they stop eating, or they begin limping. Learning to read these subtle signals and responding to them promptly is one of the most loving things you can do for an animal who depends entirely on you to advocate for their health. Dental care, weight management, and mental stimulation through enrichment activities are also part of this picture. A dog's quality of life is directly tied to how well their physical needs are met. When you invest in their health consistently, you are giving them more good years, more comfortable days, and a life that feels genuinely worth living. The sixth and perhaps most profound act of love is simply this: choosing your dog every single day for the rest of their life. Dogs do not understand abandonment in the abstract. What they understand is presence and absence, safety and fear, belonging and loss. When a dog is surrendered, rehomed, or left behind, they experience that loss in a way that is visceral and lasting. Choosing your dog means making a commitment that does not waver when life gets hard, when the puppy phase is exhausting, when the senior dog needs more care, when the schedule gets busy. It means advocating for them in spaces that are not always dog-friendly. It means learning who they are as an individual, understanding their fears, celebrating their quirks, and meeting them where they are rather than where you wish they were. The relationship between a human and a dog is one of the oldest and most extraordinary partnerships in the history of life on this planet. Dogs have evolved alongside us for thousands of years, shaped by the bond they share with humans. They are not just pets. They are companions, confidants, and in many ways, mirrors of our own capacity for love. When you offer these 6 acts consistently, presence, routine, exercise, kind communication, proactive healthcare, and unwavering commitment, you are not just being a good dog owner. You are honoring a bond that is ancient, sacred, and irreplaceable. Your dog gives you everything they have, every single day, without condition or reservation. These 6 acts are simply your way of giving that love back.